So, okay, so you took pretty big episode of Flight Attendant. What was your initial reaction when you first read the script?
Well, first, thanks for having me. My first reaction reading the script was, oh, damn, okay, this is a big episode, because everything that season two is kind of, not everything, but a big portion of what it's based on emotionally, you discover is a lie. And in this episode, we explore how that came to be and watch Cassie kind of fall off the wagon and go tumbling down. And so I was honored to have the opportunity to be involved in that story, because it's a thing that a lot of people obviously experience. And it was also great for me as a director, because there was an opportunity to interpret the words on the page and really take some big visual swings to tell the story that the writers had come up with.
I mean, the show is still, or even your episode is still funny. I mean, you can't help it be funny. How did you want to balance the tone where you still have humor at the beginning of the episode, but you also got to pay off the end?
Right. I mean, that's what that show does so well. You have, like one of the first moments in the episode is when, for me, when she tells Marco that she just forgot about him. Like, it's so painful, and then moments later you're doing a cat and mouse, with the head of the CIA. So it allows you to kind of pull from different parts of your director toolkit, right? But I think what makes it resonate for me, and I hope for audiences, is that finding the levity in the drama, and finding the drama in the comedy, like gas clutch in a stick shift. Like, I think that's what makes the show work really well.
Does it help having Kaleycuoco, who can play both so well?
Helps very much. Helps very much to have Kaylee. Yeah.
All right. So obviously, then how did you approach the devastating scene at the end when we find out the truth? I mean, you saw it in her face. You saw it, the audience. The audience. How did you work with Kaylee to capture that really painful moment?
Right. I mean, Kaylee comes tapped in. She's ready. She's on target. So with something like that, and when you're working with actors like that, a lot of times it's, let's just go with what you've come prepared to do. Let's go with what you feel. And I'm there to try and keep my eye on it and see if there's anything else that we might be able to explore, or whether that's pulling something out or adding a little bit more of something. And so we knew that would be a big scene. She'd already said that it was something that she was looking forward to shooting, while also being kind of challenged by it. And so I think that's what's really cool. Like, that's what you rather have things that are going to be challenging than not, right? And I think that she killed it in those scenes.
And as a director for that scene, other scenes, I guess your biggest responsibility is giving them a comfortable space to go to a dark place as an actor.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in many regards, like going back to your first question, like when you read the script, I could argue that I'm the first audience member for the episode, and while having a unique opportunity to have a hand in how the next audience members experience it, right? Because I wasn't there for all the writing of it. And so, I think it's just, trying to keep it honest.
We're at film school, so I'm curious about how did you feel NYU shaped you as a filmmaker?
NYU was great. I learned the craft. I won't say I learned the business, but I think they're two entirely different things. Like, I came out with a short film that went to Sundance. I guess that was the kind of goal and point of the education to some degree. And I knew how to make films on film, because I'm a little older. And then it was like, okay, now I have this raw material that I can begin to mold as I transition from being a student to now being a professional. And so, not everyone can afford it, and it's not right for everybody, but I think it allows a unique space for you to kind of fail without the risk of, I just put all my eggs into this one project.